In this video, I'm going to go over the cost of living here in Bangkok, Thailand. No cover-ups, no BS, my everyday life, and what I spend to eat and live here full-time in Thailand. So let's get to it. So Bangkok, Thailand is one of the fastest growing metropolitan cities in Southeast Asia. And with growth comes inflation. Is Bangkok, Thailand still an affordable place to live in 2025 or not? Are the rumors true? Well, let's find out. So first thing is first, this is our apartment. Duangdi sitting right here. Basically, we pay $190 per month for this apartment plus utilities. We have an air conditioner, a fan, on-demand hot water heater, tankless hot water heater. We never run out of hot water. And we have this amazing view with a balcony, which I like to sit out here and have breakfast sometimes, or just sit out here and have a drink in the morning as the sun comes up. Because the sunrise comes from over here. It is absolutely phenomenal for the price. So there's always going to be people out there that say this isn't big enough. Well, then go ahead by all means and pay more for a bigger place. But those are the same people that complain that Bangkok apparently isn't cheap anymore. So I wouldn't listen to their advice. They're full of it. They just want to spoil themselves, and they're driving up the cost of living on their own. Because yeah, Bangkok is still an affordable place to live. As long as this is enough for you, it's perfect. Now, before I get to mention this, the utilities kind of varies. I pay on a week-to-week basis. Depends on how much you run the air. That is pretty much the main contributing factor to how much your electric bill is going to be. But I would say that we average out between $50 and $60 per month, running the air during the day, shutting it off at night. Obviously, we have the fridge that's plugged in and running all the time. The fan pretty much runs all day. And then you have like the on-demand water heater that runs on and off when you're showering, and just whatever you're charging. But besides that, it's pretty much kind of the ballpark where we're at. Also, convenience-wise, we are about a 5-minute walk to Lumpini Station, the MRT Blue Line, which pretty much gives you easy access to anywhere in the city, because obviously if that line doesn't go directly where you're going, there's many other trains that you can transfer to on that line, and you can pretty much get anywhere that you need to go. Oh, and you collect stamps. Yeah. So if you're new to Thailand, they give you these stamps at 7-Eleven. I think it depends on how much you spend, because sometimes I'll get a lot of them, sometimes I'll get one of them, sometimes I get none of them. And you can use those to buy stuff at 7-Eleven. We always just accumulated them, and I thought maybe they were like a stamp that you'd use to mail stuff with. Maybe you can, I don't know. But we asked them yesterday, what are these stamps for? Why do you keep giving us these stamps? And they said that you can come in and you can use them to buy stuff. So we're gonna give that a shot today, which is kind of cool, because if that's the case, we have a lot of stamps we've accumulated over the last year. So let's try that out. Another cost to take into consideration when moving here is laundry. I'm fortunate enough to have laundry right here where I stay, but I probably spend about $5 a week on laundry, believe it or not. So it's another thing that you have to take into consideration, because that adds up quick. So this place is a 1-minute walk from our apartment, and this is slow braised pork leg on steamed rice with some vegetables. Good. Duangdi got a double chicken on steamed rice. So it comes with some fried chicken and it comes with some boiled chicken as well. I'm gonna try the soup. Oh, good. So the braised pork over rice dish is 50 baht, and the double chicken over rice dish is 70 baht. So that's a total of 120 baht for 2 people. So this is the fried chicken. Let's give it a try. Did you put this on it? I don't know what's in here, but super sweet. So yeah, those are the types of places that you want to find in Bangkok if you want an affordable meal. The more modern, upscale types of places, like the ones down here that are like right at the base of our apartment, significantly more expensive. For one person there, for Kapao Mu, you're looking at 120 baht, which is actually more than double the average price for the same dish. So I'll pass. So the stamps, they work. They're basically like money at 7-Eleven, and they're worth the face amount. So if it says 3, 2, or 1 on it, is what it's worth in baht. So Duangdi got a whole bag full of random stuff for free. So pretty much every day I will buy a pack of these apples from 7-Eleven and probably 2 volts throughout the day. 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. The volts are 17 baht each for the can. Otherwise you can opt out for the bottle. A little bit smaller, those are 10 baht each. I prefer the can. I just prefer to drink from a can. The apples are 50 baht for a pack. You can get apples a lot cheaper from a street food vendor. They'll cut them up for you. They'll even take the outer skin off if you want. The only reason I go with the 7-Eleven ones is the ones that you get from the street food vendors are a hit or miss as to whether they're gonna have a good flavor or not. The ones from 7-Eleven almost every single time taste exactly the same, and they're super sweet and they just taste amazing. So for me, it's worth stretching it. The little extra 20 baht, knowing that you're gonna get good apples, because it sucks when you buy from a street food vendor to save a little bit of money and they don't have good flavor. So right now we are going to head somewhere for lunch. We wanna get some noodles. So we're gonna head to this other little small shop, not too far from here. But in the meantime, I wanna briefly go over my public transportation costs. If you're fortunate enough to buy a motorcycle, that would be one of your best options realistically. We do own a motorcycle, but it is not here. It is at the house, which is probably about an 8-hour drive. So we're not gonna drive 8 hours on a motorcycle to get to Bangkok. So every time we come to Bangkok, typically we ride public transportation. I mostly use the MRT Blue Line and the BTS SkyTrain, and I use them about every other day. So If I budget myself 3,000 baht per month, that's more than enough. That's probably quite a bit more than I actually use. All right, so we're just getting to one of our favorite noodle places now. We actually used to live on this side of town, just a block from here. But as I said, we moved because the prices over here have been surging a little bit. And the place that we were living at for quite a few months is actually really hard to get a spot anymore. So we don't come here that often anymore. So we bought a few snacks. Duangdi wanted some chips. I like these trolley twists. I don't know what the hell those are.
Sarai.
Sarai, whatever. I don't know what the... And my afternoon drink. So the total for the snacks was 79 baht. So this dish is pork balls, vermicelli, if that's how you say it, noodle, and beef. And I add the spices and the sugar, gives it a bit more of a kick, gives it a little bit more spicy. Wow. Phenomenal. And then we got these beef skewers. These are beef, right?
Beef.
Yeah, beef. You can get pork or beef. These are fantastic. So the total cost for this meal, 70 baht for my noodles. The beef skewers are 15 baht each. We got 3, so that's 45 baht. Duangdi's dish is 110 baht for that Angus beef over steamed rice. And she also got a Coke, which I believe is 20 baht. So we're gonna try some of Duangdi's beef, Angus beef. So here's a piece here. Oh my God, look at that. Smells good.
Yeah. Tastes good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so
Saying
good.
you have it.
And the rice
Tastes good.
is really good. 10 out of 10. So we got out of there, 250 baht out the door. I left a tip. Like I said, the whole point of this video is to show you a pretty general cost of living without budgeting. So just what do I do every day pretty much, and my cost doesn't really fluctuate that much day to day. It stays relatively the same. If anything, it's going to be cheaper than what we're doing today, because that place that we just ate at isn't exactly considered a cheap place, but it's also not considered expensive. But that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect to spend for lunch. So I'm gonna throw ourselves a shopping budget into this video, because we all know that everybody that comes to Thailand is gonna go shopping. We probably spend on average around $200 US per month. So maybe $50 per week on miscellaneous random stuff, from clothes to just other general supplies. So all right guys, so the weather outside is pretty trashy and everywhere is super busy because it is the beginning of a festival week here in Bangkok. So we decided to hit up 7-Eleven for dinner, and I'm gonna go over the things that I picked up and the cost for everything. So basically I got 2 separate meals here. One of them is just kind of a spicy fried rice. The other one has some meat, rice, and an egg. I also got a couple things of yogurt, some chips, some Oreos, and some other really random cookie things that I don't even know what they are, but a couple little snacks for later on. The combination of all this was 160 baht. Trying out the spicy rice. I know this stuff is actually a little bit spicy because I've had it before, and it's pretty good. For a warm-up meal, that's pretty bomb. Nice thing is, when you buy these, you can choose to have 7-Eleven warm them up for you for free, or if you don't want to do that, you want to eat it later, you can bring it home, warm it up in the microwave yourself. So super convenient either way. Good morning. So it is the next morning. It got super late last night, and I wanted to make sure I got a good night's sleep because we're going out to a big festival today. But I did add up all the costs of the day. And remember, this video is to show the cost of living without budgeting. And so basically just kind of where I go, what I do, without having to think about what I'm spending. So I added up between all the snacks, the meals, and the cost for my rental, as well as transportation costs, and also my insurance plan over here for health insurance, travel insurance, and all that stuff. And my total daily cost on average is $39.15 per day. And that comes out to $1,174.50 a month. And when I lived in Las Vegas, Nevada, I was living a comparable lifestyle, maybe a little bit more over the top. It was costing me probably $7,000 to $8,000 a month to live the lifestyle that I was living in Vegas, and I actually feel like my quality of life was significantly lower. So is Bangkok worth living in 2025? Absolutely, it is. It is still a good price. Remember, this is the cost for two people to eat, two people to live, two people across the board for that price. Now, if you're single, you can cut that price by 30% right off the bat and potentially budget your meals and even bring the price down lower. Hopefully this video will give you a general idea of what you could expect to potentially spend to live in Bangkok as two people full-time in 2025. It is still a bang for the buck. I still highly recommend it. This is an amazing place. It's absolutely beautiful. All modern technology, modern amenities, amazing public transportation, and amazing food at amazing prices. Of course, there's inflation. Prices are going up. But those same people that are complaining about inflation, a lot of them are from America, where inflation over the last couple of years has been absolutely mind-blowing. And it blows my mind to think that these people are complaining about $1.50 meals. I don't get it. I literally think these people have nothing better to do in life but to complain because they're miserable. So anyways, remember to hit that like, hit that sub button. If there's any other information in terms of costs that you want to know about here in Bangkok, let me know. Even if it's something that I don't typically do, I can figure it out. So, but until next time, I'm checking out. So, peace. See ya.